duo is back. And we have a special guest. Well, y'all, the duo is back. And we have a guest with us. The one and only
J.Sims.
It's your boy.
AKA Jordan, AKA Jvisionary. What you go by?
What you go by? Who they know you? Who do they know you as?
I mean, they know me as J.Sims. Jordan Sims. If you a student, Mr. Sims.
Yes.
But yeah, Jvisionary. It's kind of like a stage name. When I go out and speak and do a little poetry sometimes. I like to go by Jvisionary.
Okay. But yes, y'all, we have a special guest, a friend of ours.
For 2024, I'm already claiming that he's gonna be he's kind of like a VIP guest. Cause we know him a little bit off camera already, but we're gonna get a little bit deeper on camera.
Yeah.
And get into some things.
For sure.
So yes, y'all, welcome back to DNT Podcast.
What's up?
Roche.
I'm Destiny Lynn.
And I am Jordan Sims.
Y'all already know how we get everything popping off. Let's get deep, just to get the conversation flowing and going.
So look, we're just going deeper because, like we said, we know him. So we're just gonna get right into it.
Get straight into it.
And yeah,
you're gonna pick a card. If it don't seem like a pretty good one to answer, pick another one.
Yeah.
Because everybody gotta answer it. So yeah, we're gonna do one of these and then get into it. Ooh.
You like that one either?
Nah, yeah, we go with this one.
Did you find one that you wanted to do, friend? Okay.
Okay.
Let's get it in.
I would Jordan, you want to start?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
So mine said, how do you feel about your education? Did it prepare you for real life?
How do you feel about your education?
And did it prepare you for real life?
So, I went to the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. Golden Lines for sure. HBCU, out of Pine Bluff. That's my hometown. And I do. I really do. I ain't gonna lie. UPB, they gave me some headaches.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They made me stress a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. But, yeah, at the end of the day, from my professors, they really took their time with us, and they not only prepared us for the content that we were supposed to be being taught, but it was also life experiences. They put everything together. They combined it, so they made sure whatever you was learning, you can apply it to real life too. So.
Were all your professors black?
Yeah, they was. I did have foreign teachers.
Yeah.
But most of them was black.
So it was kind of relatable too. Right.
For sure, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely was.
What about high school? Do you feel like high school prepared you for college? Or prepared you for after, you get out your mama's house and in the real world?
High school was a different breed.
What high school you go to?
I went to Dalloway High School.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, it was a Dalloway school district. Now it's not. It has been consolidated with the Pine Bluff School District, so now all the Dalloway schools are up under Pine Bluff School District. But at that time, yeah, Dalloway still needed work, and it was a lot going on. But those teachers came every day and they did care, They cared about teaching us, and we felt that love, So I think one thing about high school, I really saw and really started to understand, when a person really is passionate about something that they doing,
mm-hmm.
and how they show it, when they feel it. Yeah, it's not
Where
really
is
all
it?
about the money.
Where is it?
Dalloway?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's in Pine Bluff. That's kind of like west side of town / north side of town. Just depends on where you had lived at,
Yeah.
The west side would be considered like the Loop. Some people in the Loop, depending on where you stayed, you even went to Chapel or you might have went to Dalloway.
Yeah. Okay. What you think, friend?
I think we didn't answer this before, but I feel like no. I feel like school did not prepare me for the real life. And we always say, like, we wish they kind of taught us, like, more about, like, I feel like me, like, more financial stuff, like,
For sure.
or how to budget, like, early on.
So
when I
more
was
like the finance spectrum of it.
and like, and then I mean, my dad was teaching me like African American history at home, and then I was going to school and learning totally different history. So it was like,
and then you don't even really learn it no more now, you know.
And you don't learn it, and
they're
then
trying to get it to where it's not even just a requirement. Like it's not even prioritized to really take it.
And like me being mixed, like but I went to like predominantly white schools just to get a good education or whatever. But like they ain't teaching that. Like I had to take African American history as an elective. Like, and my teacher, like he did a good job, but guess what? He lost his job too. Like I don't even think he was teaching that no more. Like they wouldn't let him teach that no more.
Okay.
I think they took the class out or whatever. But I wish they teach more about African American history and financially, like, how to get through life.
Yeah. I can agree. I'll piggyback off of that. I think I will say there's a lot more like college courses that I took, and a lot of things that the professors did teach still stick with me to this day, especially in a lot of stuff like it's crazy, like environmental science and like A&P classes like that. Even like comp when I took comp 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Like when I'm typing on certain stuff,
you take that with you,
sure. You know, stuff like that. Yeah, I still use to this day. But very, very few things. I feel like high school and college just really prepared me for the real world.
Yeah.
Like, especially even on a career standpoint. Like I feel like it was just very routine. Like coming from where I'm from to, you know, get good grades, go to college. If you don't go to college, just get you a good job, work at a factory, make you some money, build your 401k, and that's life. But I feel like once you really get out here and you really experience all the like opportunities you can have and like what you can really do besides just go to college and still have a good lifestyle, you be like, dang, like why y'all weren't teaching this either? But you know, I feel like our upbringing, they just did the best they could. They just was doing what they knew how to do.
Right. And I feel like
that's what I looked at it as.
Yeah,
we really didn't have that many resources, and that's what I understand.
Definitely.
And the environments that we grew up in, we really didn't have those resources. And,
and
even though they were out there, it was kind of hard for the people with our ethical backgrounds to get it.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so
as a teacher though, like, how do you take what you learn and apply it, like, as a teacher now? Well, or like, how do you do things different that you wish your teachers would have done?
So, I'm going to say I really am trying to be like my elementary teacher. So, that's what I teach. I teach 4th grade math.
Okay.
So, of course, you know, I deal with 10-year-olds, you know, 9-year-olds, depending on, right, you know, when they was born. But I guess I always knew the love was there with my elementary teachers. And when I knew the love was there, I learned.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. And so that's what I try to do for the kids now.
Yeah, implement their love.
Because they don't have it in their background, you know, in their families. They really don't. They really don't. And so when you can put that positivity on a young individual and kind of like push them and motivate them, you know, to really be educated, then that's when you really begin to see a change. And that's what I like to see. I like to see that change.
And shout out to the teachers, like the people our age teaching, because they're making it enjoyable for the kids, like putting it into perspective for them to learn and making them want to go to class every day, making them want to learn. So,
and I ain't gonna lie,
shout out to y'all.
I didn't always want to be a teacher.
No.
Yeah. Honestly, I still don't know if I still want to be a teacher. I mean, I'm just being real. I mean, I love the kids, right? And I love educating them, but it's multiple ways how you can do that. You know, and I want to be more flexible when I do that, and I want to do it to a larger capacity. When you understand, when you're in an education system, that's what it is. It's a system, and there's rules and things you have to abide by. You know, so I know at the end of the day, you know how I look at it. You know, if I'm trying to advance them, you know, I should be able to, you know, in any way possible, as long as I'm advancing them. That's how I feel. Yeah.
We're gonna get into more of his teaching. It says if you could change jobs, what would you want to do instead? Yes. So currently I'm a registered behavior tech, and if I could change jobs, yes, I would change jobs. I got this job to try something different. Like I did critical care, like I worked in the ER, I did the assisted living. So I was like, well, why not work with kids? So now I work with autistic kids. But if I could change jobs right now, I think I would do nursing. Like nursing it's just intriguing to me. Like, and you never stop learning. Probably same in this, but I feel like you either gonna be an RBT or you're gonna be a BCBA. It ain't a whole lot of like stepping stones in this career that I'm currently in. So I would definitely try nursing. I just don't want to go to school.
What was your question again? So sorry.
If you could change jobs, what would you do instead?
What would I do instead?
Mm-hmm.
I really honestly don't know. I think I'm still figuring it out. Yeah. I think I'm definitely just in that season of still figuring out what it is that I actually like to do, like what it is that I really have a passion for. I know I like to make money. I ain't gonna never go without.
Yeah.
But I feel like as I get older, I want to find something that's I'm really like passionate about, and I feel like I'm still finding it through my career journey.
I think that's where I struggle. Like I know I work well with people, and I done told you this many times. Like I'm good with people. I didn't show to myself I can work with all groups of people, but like where am I supposed to be? Like what group of people am I supposed to stick with?
Because I think I don't want to ever get to a point to where we see a lot of people that's wealthy, but like they miserable, regardless of what it is that they doing. And I don't want to get in that mindset or venture off into that. Like, I want to always make money. I know I'm going to always make money.
Yeah.
Right.
I want to make good money, but what is it that I'm going to be doing that helps me get to that goal? So, I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah, I piggyback off of that. You know, I am still trying to figure it out myself because I'm kind of like in between a couple things. You know, I know, excuse me, I want to be a motivational speaker. If I could wake up every day going around the whole world speaking to you,
right,
and you know, getting compensated for that, I'll be straight. You know,
right.
I feel like God, you know, really will you know, possibly do that for me, and I'll be happy with that. Also, like project management. You know,
I've been looking into that too.
I just want to go inside communities and just start building stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, go to a community, you know, get some property, put some money in it, you know, flip it, you know, renovate it. Maybe it's for the homeless. Maybe it's for the youth. Maybe it's for the senior citizens. You know, just do some stuff, you know.
Because I feel like I be having a lot of ideas. I be like, let me just put this into play, this into play.
Yeah.
My card says, was there ever a time you felt like you were losing your mind? Of course.
Probably more than this.
You say what?
Probably more times
than
normal.
The first thought that came to mind was, of course, like when I lost my folks, like back to back, like I was in like this state of like, this can't be real. Yeah. Like this is not life. Mm-hmm. And then I just kept questioning, like, you mean to me I gotta keep trying to live after this?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Like you can't be for real. Like this can't be, cause you never think it's gonna be you.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So you go through this delusional state, like, yes, I'm fine. I can go back to work. I can do this. I can do that. But then eventually, like, that's gonna come to an end and like you just break down.
Present.
So like that happened. We friend know this, but that happened in 2022. But like 2023, like last year, it was plenty of nights where I was like, where am I going? What am I doing? Like, how do I keep doing this? So yeah, definitely. I'd say last year for sure. I had a lot of moments last year, particularly where I felt like I was just like I was lost. I'd say that's a good word. I was just lost. Like I didn't know where I was going, how I ended up where I was at. I just knew I just had to at least just every day that I was waking up, I'm like, okay, my time hasn't expired yet, so I have to do something. So I just woke up every day trying to figure out something, like what it is I need to be doing.
Yeah, to keep moving.
Because I'm like, I can't, I haven't died just yet. I mean, it ain't my time. I feel like I'm going to know when it's my time. So that for sure is definitely a time. And then I would say when I first found out, like, when I didn't know what was going on with my body and stuff at first, when I got diagnosed with PCOS, and I was having like all these different like hormone emotions, and my weight was fluctuating, and then like my diet was off. Like at one point, like I remember like my taste buds and everything was off. Like I didn't know like what was going on with me, and of course I want to go to the doctor and see what they gonna say, but I'd been there before, and I know what they probably gonna try to recommend due to like my menstrual cycle and all of that. But it was just frustrating, and then to have somebody, because I was with somebody at the time, and to have somebody and they not know like what it is you really going through, and they don't really know how to support you through that.
Tough.
That is, it was nerve wracking. So yes.
Time when I lost my mom, I would say, without going too deep into detail, around the time where I'm gonna just say party, you gonna know what I'm talking about. The party, and like not knowing what really happened, and finding out through somebody that didn't even really know me what happened to me, and like just trying to put the pieces together around that time. And I just went through a time of like self-guilt and like blaming myself for even putting myself in that position. So I said around that time, and then
that was what,
2021, like the end of 21,
because that was
like end of 21, beginning of 2022. And then I say last year my godmom she had lupus like since she was like 21, but last year we knew like it was coming to an end. And I say like she live in Nebraska, so knowing that she passed and I can't spend like every day with her or just spend some time with her like before she go, I just had to go one trip and then she was gone. I couldn't go visit her no more. I think around that time it was more so I was losing my mind for like, what am I gonna do without her? How will I react to her death? Like, how can I get through it? And Frank can tell you like, I just was telling them like, when this happened, like I'm gonna need y'all, like, cause I didn't know how I was gonna handle it. But I think when I was able to take that last trip to see her, like, it kind of gave me a little ease. Like, of course, I still get sad. I still think of her. But it brought me ease a little bit. Like, she spoke one last time when I was there and stuff. So it kind of gave me a little comfort. But knowing your loved one finna die, like, and watching that process, it's hard.
And knowing you can't do nothing about it.
You can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
Like, that's tough.
I can definitely relate to that. You know, it's been some years now since my papa passed away. It was my mom's dad, and it was a lot because he was really like a father figure. Because I basically had grew up with them. You know, I stayed with them half of my childhood. I was with my grandma and my papa, and so you know, it was cancer, and it was getting a hold to him. And I just remember being with him and trying to like just work things out. You know, help him work out. You know, remind them about, you know, eating and stuff like that. And, you know, we got so close during that time. And honestly, you know, it really had died in my arms, you know what I'm saying? Because he was in the house. And, you know, I was in the house. And I think my granny, she came out of the room and she was telling me, well, honestly, I was sleeping. That's really what had it started off. And I felt like while I was sleeping, I wasn't dreaming, but something wasn't right. And it was just a void, and it was just something wasn't right. So I went on and woke up, you know, and I went inside, you know what I'm saying, the kitchen, and I pretty much met my granny. You know, she was telling me, you know, like, you know, I think Papa, you know, he going through transition. You know, so I went in there with him, you know what I'm saying, and I just had you know, cuddled up under him, you know what I'm saying. I was just holding him. I just had never really experienced something like that before, you know, and I felt like, you know, a piece of him, you know, it's with me, you know what I'm saying, you know, being there with him, you know, during his last few minutes, and really, to me, life really haven't really been the same still, you know, it's kind of been hard. You think about it, it's the man of the top of the pyramid, you know what I'm saying, the pawpaw, and, you know, you can just tell, like, even the whole family has been affected, you know, by something like that. But you know, I've been still finding a way, like y'all doing, to keep on moving, and I dedicate a lot of things that I do now to him, you know. But a more recent thing I say is I had got into a car wreck, and it was around like Memorial Day weekend last year, and it was kind of crazy because how the wreck happened. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was really actually sober, but it was just late, and I was probably tired, and I fell asleep behind the wheel. And basically, the testimony behind all of that is, so I was verging over into the medium, and I heard my name. So my eyes opened up, and my hands was already on the wheel, 10-2. And so, imagine me head on, I'm finna hit the median. And so I, jerked to the right, and I still had impact on the left, and car flipped and spent.
Was it
And
just you?
It was just me.
Wow.
Nobody was on the road on either side,
Yeah.
And so, of course, it wasn't on, incoming hits or contact with any other cars. But I really just said it to say, God is really always there for the people that really needs
you gotta be real because
you know what I'm saying. And I learned a lot because I knew a lot of stuff that I was doing I probably really wasn't supposed to be doing, honestly. And that wreck really had woke me up. It kind of had not slowed me down physically, but kind of slowed me down mentally.
Right.
Because that's really what was going on with me at that time. My mind was just going so fast with everything that I was trying to do. And I think that's what it was. God was trying to tell me, you is trying to do everything, and you can't do everything.
Right.
Can't do it by yourself, Let me help you. And so that's what that was.
And I think as like Christians and people like as a person on a spiritual walk, like I think we gotta get to the point where we don't traumatic things like that don't have to happen for us to be like chill out or slow down or
it shouldn't, right?
Like I hate that that's still a thing. Like you wait till you get in a wreck or you wait till somebody die and then you pleading to God like God, and that's how you come back. Like I hope as Christians we can get to a point where we can catch ourselves before we gotta go through something traumatic.
You're right.
I wouldn't even put Christians on it. I just feel like people in general.
Anybody that's searching a spiritual journey.
Yeah, anybody that believes in a higher power, because you even have like a lot of worldly people or people of different, ethnicities or whatever that go through things and they feel like, okay, this gotta be him. Okay, let me get right. Like this is him. And I feel like he even be giving us, I ain't even gonna say him, whatever it is. Like I feel like Spirit gonna give you that notion that in the thought or whatever it is you have, like when you doing things or that gut feeling to not do things, but we ignore it because we're like, nah, maybe I'm tripping. I know I do that a lot. I be like, nah, I'm tripping. Like maybe I'm tripping. And then when something come to pass, it's like you should have listened to that, because I feel like he be giving us breadcrumbs along the way, but then you wait until you hit the bear trap and now you holler for help or now you want to turn to him. And I feel like that's selfish of us as well, because why would you even make him have to go through that many jumps and hurdles just to pull you back? Like that's kind of selfish in a way.
Yeah, it is.
Like you don't trust me enough to keep. Like you gotta go that far to the extreme just for me to show you how powerful I am or how much I care about you, or why I gotta keep proving why I gotta go to that certain extent to prove myself to you.
Right.
If you believe in me how you say you do. So
all right. To get into it.
Right, we're gonna keep the ball rolling. We're just gonna jump straight into it. You kind of already gave us, a little bit of your background and like how you grew up. We spoke a little bit earlier about, where you went to school and everything. We was gonna ask you if you haven't even seen nothing really about it, we ain't got to speak on it, but you went to your APB or whatever and you chose to pledge okay. You're the one finna say that. To be a new or whatever. So there has been I guess over the past couple weeks, we don't know if you've seen a lot of the D9 denouncements that people have been doing or whatever. We just wanted, your thoughts or whatever.
Your thoughts on it, and so most of these people, if you haven't seen it, they saying it's a religion reason why, a Christian reason why. So you being a follower of God, you just give your, and also, part of D9, just give your opinion or just speak on how you feel about it.
Your experience, why you chose to go into,
why you chose that, and
why you even chose to pledge in the first place, how you feel about it years later, now that you have pledged, the effect this probably had on you, along with like the denouncements and everything that people been doing with it.
Okay, so yeah, I pretty much always wanted to be a member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and truth be told, my dad is Omega.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people, don't really know that, and he had with the UPB and everything.
Yeah.
And just a little backstory real quick. My dad and mom, wasn't together, but my dad still tried to be in my life.
Present,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? Really tried to be present. And I would go see him a lot and stuff like that because he had moved from Arkansas. But I guess eventually, just growing up, I was around a lot of men of Kappa, honestly, and they really poured into me, gave me guidance. And so I ended up becoming a member of Kappa League in high school.
Yeah.
And that's really where it all started. That was sophomore year back in 2015. Ooh, it was some good days.
Yeah.
It was some good days. So then I went on and graduated in 2017. Of course, went to UAPB. And then my sophomore year, spring 2019, I became a member of the Gamma Sigma chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. And I really never just looked back, my process just, becoming a noob was a great experience just overall,
right.
Because at that time, people just don't understand it was really quite different from everything that's going on right now, I really had a lot of what you call sayings, which is basically other individuals that's coming off or, probating in the same year as you, in the same semester. And we would go to, basically like a big cluster where we saw everybody. And just think about UAPB and all the teams that they play in the SWAC. And now think about all those schools having a line at the same time in spring 19. And on top of that, we all in Little Rock at the Marriott downtown.
Yeah.
That's crazy, right? You interacting with all these people that's going through the same thing you're going through. Like the networking is what? Crazy.
Right.
And I knew right then that the networking opportunities was endless.
Yeah.
Because it started right there.
Right.
All them people now, they got businesses. They didn't graduate like me. Some of them got families, big time corporations, entrepreneurs. Come on, like that I could call up right now and just be like, hey, let's do something. Hey,
or
do you
know somebody that like everybody. Yeah.
So I think just D9 as a whole, though, everybody has those networks and connections that you can find. But to just follow up until all the denouncements and stuff like that. Truth be told, with me personally, I don't look at it as you really worshiping another being, because that's pretty much what they trying to make it seem like.
Right.
In my perspective, once I become a Kappa man, I'm not a Christian anymore, or I'm not, of any type of religion.
Yeah.
I'm of that.
Yeah.
And whatever that is, and that's not no more of God. And truth be told, I just think about our founders. That's what I think about. And I know for Kappa Alpha Psi, our founders was Christians. And honestly, you have to be a Christian to be a member.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so, when I think about that with our background, I'd be like, it doesn't kind of really make sense.
So
and through my process, there's so many scriptures that I already knew, but it was put into Kappa perspective. So I feel like, if anything, this is just another avenue to get you close to what? The Almighty God, the Most High.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I done seen so many people from the streets, right, that don't know nothing about religion, or they probably grew up with it, because their mamas took them to church, and then when they didn't want to go. But then they get to college, they start going to college, they get around people, and then they pledge, and now it's thrown back at them.
Right.
At another look.
Yeah. They kind of like
I can
still
do this, but still.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like what we were saying now. It really don't matter Christian. It really don't matter what. I mean, because to me, it's all about your way of how you trying to get close to God.
Mm-hmm.
And once you have that spiritual connection with God, then the sky's the limit.
Right.
And I think that's what everybody's searching for. Even still me to this day. Like,
Right.
I'm still trying to make that connection as strong as it can be.
And do you feel like, well, I'll say, like, were you still, like, in your word or, like, have a relationship with God before you ever pledged?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I seen some people, like this guy was saying on TikTok, like, y'all, like, people that's denouncing or, you know, going through whatever they going through, like, not to just say, oh, you should never denounce or whatever, but, like, he was saying, like, they didn't really know who they were before they ever pledged. Like, they never had a relationship with him before they ever pledged or never, like, knew who they were in themselves.
And there's a saying that the man that you go in, after you get those letters, you're going to be that same man when you come out. The only thing that a process or the only thing that really joining a fraternity or sorority is really going to do for you as a being is probably give you another outlook on how you can keep going.
Yeah.
Because you got to understand, our founders had to do that. They was going through times where you talking about you finna make an organization, you talking about y'all reading books, you talking about y'all meeting up. You, it wasn't none of that going on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 1905, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, all them years up until that time, all the way to 20s, none of that. So to just think like, wow, they was my age back then, really out there hustling, getting, risking it all. You can catch me if you want to. If you catch me, I'm still gonna meet. You say you gonna hang us, I don't care. I'm still finna meet. And so that's like me right now, after I done came off, I'm like, man, I got the balance in the back of my head sometimes, like, man, when I'm down, I need to keep pushing. Because there's probably many a times where they was in some predicaments that they probably did not think they was going to get out of.
And didn't have the resources I have right now. You
know what I'm saying? And then they came together. That's a lot of stuff. You can see through our history, black men coming together.
Mm-hmm.
Black and brown, intelligent men working together to promote something for us. To keep us going. You know, so, yeah. I, just to put it all together, you know, if that's something that a person want to do is denounce, you know, that's what they want to do, you know. But at the end of the day, how I feel, you know, that shouldn't be a route that you think you have to go. Like you said, to get a closer connection with God. Why do you think that when you really get down and out, you think it's something drastically you gotta wait for it to happen, or you think it's really something drastically that you even gotta do?
Yeah.
Like, how do you know that it's something that God even wants you to do? And then you were saying back then when you was doing it that it was something that God maybe wanted you to do. Because I'm telling you, everybody has that. All sororities, they have some type of background of God in them. So.
Well, I just thank you for putting that into perspective. Like, we are not a part of any organization, so we wouldn't know, like, from personal experience. So,
right. Following up with that, I got on here, like, you know, the meaning behind your like, you know, your IG name. I got on here, of course, we know you're a public speaker, youth speaker, you host, worship leader. Like, I just want you to talk about, like, how you became, like, those things. Like, what came first and then what trickled on down from there.
All right, so
start with J.S. Visionary and then just go, you know, circle it out around there.
All right, so J.S. Visionary kind of just came. The public speaking and all of that was already happening when I was a youngin', right? But Jvisionary was like, okay, I'm having these visions all the time in my dreams, during the daytime, you know, and I know it's the spiritual connection that's giving me these visions. And it's visions of, like, helping people. It's visions of, like, okay, this is another idea, you know what I'm saying? Or this is something that, hey, it needs to happen. It doesn't mean it needs to happen, like, right now at that moment, but you probably need to start getting prepared.
Are you a person that like when you get like certain ideas, do you go ahead and like jot it down?
I got
try
to.
to note it or stuff like that.
I got to. I even have people that I even texted to this day. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, hey bro, what did I text you about a week ago? Oh yeah, you talking about? Man, appreciate that. So now that didn't help me go on and connect something that in the present day. You know what I'm saying? And so that's really where Jvisionary came from. And it seems like every time, you know, I get the vision, I go ahead and pray about it. And then if I get the green light to go on and execute from the Most High, I go on and get to work. Because I already know at the end of the day, it's going to be straight.
Right.
Even though if it doesn't work out like how I think, God has still already did something impossible that I probably couldn't do only myself, on my own, right? So that's really what Jvisionary came from. Now, here come the public speaking and the worship leader. That kind of came almost at the same time, but I ain't realize it. Of course, I grew up in a church, Baptist, and I was junior deacon, basically.
Yeah.
You catch me up to 11, 12, 10.
Yeah.
Talking about Bible in my hand, reading the scripture.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Doing a little song, you know. Hey. And then after that.
Did your grandparents play a role in that? Like, did they put
for sure.
Have you in church?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Grandma? Yeah, I was there.
You go right, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It don't matter if I stayed up playing the video game Saturday
up for
night.
church.
Door open up. Flick the light. Curtains open.
Come on.
Wake up, Duck. That was my nickname.
Yeah,
that was my nickname.
Duck.
Yeah. It was somebody, still to this day, sometimes my granny's gone and say that, but yeah, she'd be like, Duke, wake up now. I wouldn't wake up. She'd leave out, come on back, wake up. All right, already knowing, you know what I'm saying, I ain't want to wake up, but as soon as I got into church,
alive.
I'm alive.
I'm alive.
The spirit is in me.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
So then I don't know. So then they got me talking, right, and then they got to realizing. She can talk.
Yeah.
He can talk.
He making sense.
He making sense. Next thing you know, praying.
Come on
That's
up
all
here.
they want
Put
me
you
to
on
do.
the spot every time.
Every time. Youth Sunday was pretty much the second Sunday, every second Sunday of the month.
And you leading something. You got to say the scripture or the prayer.
Both sometimes.
Both.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, y'all really got me out here putting this work in.
Yeah. Was it a lot of youth in your church?
Oh, it was. It was booming.
Yeah.
Ooh, it was booming. You know, and right now, you know, sadly, it's really not like that, you know, because a lot of us done grew up, a lot of us, you know, went away. But then again, the church, you know, in itself, I'm be honest with you, it's really not the same.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
It's not
the same, you know. And so I think that's one thing, the reason why a lot of young people is not in church, because it's really not the same.
Realizing that too.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's kind of hard for young people to get into anything. But you think the one thing that you think it'd be easy for a young person to be like, hey, I got some ideas, let me come in, is the church.
Yeah.
And it's still hard. It's still hard. It's still hard. And so that was that with the worship leader, you know, that was kind of after the fact with the public speaking. I had realized like, yeah, let me do that, you know, because I even started doing that, you know, when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
All the like annual youth programs or anything where like we was just honoring youth. I was doing some announcements. I was running through the program.
Yeah.
I was saying this person come on next. I was doing all that. I was opening up, you know what I'm saying? Saying, hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Is any saints in the house? I said, is there any saints in the house?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, you know, but...
it's in me, not on me.
Yeah, so that's when I realized that, okay, I really need to take this worship leader seriously. And then with the public speaking, long story short, when I was a youngin', about 10 or 11, I was in a program called Pen and Pencil in Pine Bluff. And it was about picking the pencil, which is education, over the pen, which was penitentiary.
Okay.
And it was a small group of us. Yeah, it was real cool. No, it was real cool. But it was a small group of us. I even learned how to play the piano. But anyway, I went to Washington, D.C. for the first time. And I was a youth speaker representative. I spoke in front of hundreds.
At 11.
Of other youth around my age. I was like, I can't do this.
Was you nervous? So nervous.
I was like, I can't do this. It was like, listen, I've been preparing you for this also. So at that time, my mentor was Reverend Jesse Turner.
Mm-hmm.
He was pouring into me. I never knew. He kept on telling me. Every time the news came around, we was doing community service. He was like, hey, y'all, I want y'all to meet. This is Jordan Sims. I'm like, hey, yeah, my name is Jordan Sims. Yeah, I'm a part of Pen and Pencil. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I go to Townsend Park. Yeah, I'm a fifth grader. Mm-hmm. Favorite subject, science. Yeah, I like science. Yeah, stuff like that. You know, I was just talking. It was just flowing.
Prepared.
He was preparing me, man. He was like, listen, preparing you. You ready. You got it in you. Just go out there. You already know what to talk about. You already know what we've been doing. You already know, because we were working on a presentation of what we've been doing in Pine Bluff Pen and Pencil Chapter.
Right.
Yeah, it was a big convention in Washington, D.C. I went up there, standing freaking over.
Standing ovation.
Man, everybody just going crazy. Like, I'm getting, like, good jobs, you know, from, like, older people, higher up people. It was crazy. And it was like, no feeling I could ever imagine.
Yeah.
And I knew right then.
That's what you're supposed to be doing.
That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I got to keep on talking in front of you. I got to keep on telling them about, you know, how I got into speaking. And really just showing them, like, there's other ways how you can just make money.
What makes you so attracted to the youth, though?
Like gravitate more towards
to the youth than any other age group?
Oh, they lost.
Mm.
Yeah. But they can be helped. And that's my mission.
Yeah.
That's my mission. My mission
Somebody
is to
got to
help
put the
who's
time and
lost.
effort.
That's it.
And adults ain't doing that no more. They ain't putting the time and effort into the kids because they feel like they already too lost.
Mm-hmm. Because they just
So
stuck in
their
their ways.
Yeah,
and
they
it's
just
how
stuck
it
in their
is.
ways. Because they stuck in their ways. Us young people, we're not. And so I want to help those young people that kind of like borderline, like, all right, yeah, I'm doing this because I ain't got nothing else to do.
Yeah.
And this is what everybody doing around me. But as soon as I walk up into some youth and, you know, I got some chains on, I got a cool fit, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm showing them, like, money is on me. Money is around me. I'm passing out money. I'm trying to show them, like, listen, yeah, I'm a school teacher, but that ain't all I do, baby.
Yeah.
Because that's not the only way how y'all think that money should be made.
Right.
Yeah.
But y'all all got a hustle mentality.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I tell them. I say, all y'all hustlers. If it ain't sports, if it ain't on that video game, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Some of y'all, like I say, certain age groups, and depending on, you know, if they at-risk kids or, you know, juveniles, I talk to them on a different type of level.
Right.
Yeah, y'all selling. That's a hustle. I get it. But I got people that been out here hustling, that now they hustling a different way.
Right.
And they want to come talk to y'all. They flipping cars.
Mm-hmm.
They flipping houses. You know what I'm saying? They doing things like that they trying to show y'all.
Right.
And I know we're going to get into that because, yeah, I got some stuff coming up.
Yeah.
I got some stuff. I've been talking to some connections.
Mm-hmm.
I got some stuff coming. By this summer, my plan is to lessen the percentage. I'm trying to lessen the percentage of homicides in Palm Bluff
In your
this summer.
city.
Man, because during this summer they go up.
Yeah, I do.
2 in a week. They be crazy. Why? Because it's nothing to do. And I'm tired of them saying, oh, we got this, No, we do got this. But nobody's there to say, hey, come on in.
Right.
It's there, but it's just sitting there.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's willing to be there on the weekends or sometimes at nighttime after 6 and open up a gym or open up a place where they can just come and just chill and sit down.
Because that's the thing, too. Like, back in the day, like, the gyms was always open. It's open gym whenever you want it to be. Yeah, they don't do that. Like,
just come in
the
there
gym
like
open, come on.
All nighters and stuff.
But kids also don't know how to take care of the place either. Like, you bring them all together and they ready to tear it up and rah. And leave that out there.
Yeah.
This is a whole different environment. Come enjoy it. Come have fun. Come meet some new people. Like, yeah.
Kids definitely need to get back to being kids again. Like, this wave of kids now.
Yeah.
But you can't help, like, they have so much access to everything now versus how we did back then growing up.
Yeah.
So.
All we have Facebook.
We had to
MySpace.
sneak to get on that.
Okay?
Baby,
Yeah, but
MySpace.
And Kick and
Right. Ubu.
Hey,
You know, if you had you Kick,
Kick was the Twitter.
secretive stuff going
Kick
on.
was the like Twitter.
It really was low key.
Unfiltered, and you just do
You
and
just-
saying whatever.
You know, it ain't getting out. Nobody else gonna see it.
Yep.
Love
Ain't
you
like
some
that
Kick.
nowadays. So we of course, like I feel like we the duo we got introduced to you or like met you through Instagram. Ironically, doing you was doing your We Talk Back live, and you brought us up on the panel one night, and we just went from there. And we just knew the vibes then was kind of like locked in, or we knew there was some potential behind it, just being on your lives and everything. So I wanted you to just get into like how you got into doing those, and like what even gave you the idea to start doing those on IG. And I want to know when you gonna bring them back. Do you ever plan on bringing it back? Do you ever plan on bringing it back, or do you got something else in mind that you gonna start doing to reel the people in, to have their voice to speak on certain topics and stuff?
I'm gonna bring it back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring it back. And it is something else that I'm gonna advance to, and so I'm just gonna start off with there. But I'm shooting for a show. I'm shooting for a show, and this show is gonna be based off of just life of like multiple influencers. You know what I'm saying, and just them just going out and doing what they do as influencers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying, and kind of just putting it all together. And it just give everybody an opportunity to just showcase, things that's even going on, things that they doing, people that they meeting, stuff like that. Yep, and just showcase that.
Baby, because We Talk Back unfiltered. Like, he do it for the youth all the time, but like, I think We Talk Back is like for our generation.
It was different.
It was like you can be the 24-year-old J.Sims outside of school.
Outside of school, yep.
Yeah, outside of public speaking.
I was
just
870. Yeah, like Pine Bluff, like the Bluff, like that's the me.
Just be real.
It's
Yeah.
just me.
So with that, what is like a safe space for J.Sims? Like what is it that you do, or who do you go to, or outside of teaching and everything, when you're not dedicated to the youth, like where do you feel like you find like your safe space to just really be you? Not saying you're not being you with the kids, but you know, like just when you feel like J.Sims, when you're not Mr. Sims, when you ain't Jvisionary, yeah.
Yeah, so
what does that safe space look like, or what does it consist of?
It's me relaxed for sure. Like my mind calm, you know what I'm saying? Truth be told, like I could be having like an article up on my computer, or I could be having like a book or something out, and I could just be scamming through some stuff and just writing something down. And next thing you know, I'm sitting back laying down, I done cut the game on, I'm playing the game, or just things like that, where I know no more, like my mind gotta really just go.
Right.
Now like my mind can just really be at ease. So it pretty much be like after 6. And my morning starts at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty much, after 6 I start to wind down and stuff like that, and just really I don't even try to think about the next day.
Right.
Because
I just try to be present.
I just try to be present in the now, go on and let them few hours, and then because at the end of the day, I feel like you start preparing for the next day. Okay, in some perspectives, yeah, I'm prepared for laying out my clothes and stuff like that.
Right.
So when I wake up, I can just go, right?
Right.
But like on a mental thing, a mental perspective, it's like, why am I worried about the next day? And when the next day get here, everything I'm talking about is going to happen. Ain't none of that going to happen.
Right.
Right.
And that happens all the time.
I do that because I go look at my schedule for the next day and I'm already discouraged before I ever get to the workplace. And so I have stopped doing that. I will not look at my schedule until I'm pulling into the parking lot. Because 9 times out of 10, my schedule finna change for the whole day. Or them kids ain't even in the same mood. They might just come with some different energy today. So like,
I be like,
I had
lesson
to stop
plan
doing
what? All right. This what we finna do. Everybody stand up. Y'all like this? Y'all feeling like this? Everybody standing like, I got something for y'all. I'm gonna get y'all moving early in the morning. That's what's wrong with y'all. Y'all too down.
We gotta change it up. Sometimes you gotta change the routine. Read the room.
So, to go a little bit more deep to J.Sims, I put on there like relationships or just, relationships.
You single or no?
Just get down to the nitty. What is your dating? What? J.Sims on this side, relationship status on this side. What is given? What are your thoughts on relationships? What are your thoughts on dating? Like, what you got going at the moment?
Dating is serious. Dating
some
is
work.
Dating is a job. Real talk application. Put it in. You gotta make sure everything legible.
Right.
Real talk, but
you gotta do a trial for real.
Man, real talk. But no, I am single.
Then I stepping on nobody's toes, is it?
You said what?
Then I stepping on nobody's toes by seeing it.
No, because I'm an honest person. Like, I put it out. I didn't care. Like, she broke up with me. Yeah, I wasn't right. I'll be honest with you. Like, that's one thing. Like, I'm really, really just trying to be. You know what I'm saying? At this point, like, I'm just all the way honest. Like, I'm just gonna go and let you know what it is. Like, right now, I know, like, mentally, my mind is not ready for no relationship.
Right.
I mean, let's just be honest with you. And in the past, I have hurt females because of that.
Right.
That's the truth. So I encourage anyone that even though if you like a person and you want to be around a person or with a person, but you know you ain't trying to be with that person or you even not sure, just go on and put that out in front. Right. I think what's wrong with men is that we don't put that in front. Now you got females saying, we don't know how to communicate. We don't know how to express how we feel. Which we don't. Because why? We've been hiding for so long, you know what I'm saying? Because we've been social media searching and thinking that, as men, we got to hold everything in and stuff like that. So I've been learning how to do that because I ain't going to cap on my last relationship. That's something that I ain't do as a man. Like, I ain't really communicate and really talk about my emotions like I really should have. And so that's something that moving into the next relationship, that's something that, I need to do.
So would you say you taking this time to, like, figure you out?
Oh, yeah,
like,
for sure.
Be comfortable with you before you step into that?
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I, love to kick it, you know what I'm saying, have fun. If a person want to, you know what I'm saying, go out, I take a person out on a date, I don't care, you know what I'm saying? Right. But at the end of the day, like, when I'm doing it, I'm still letting them know, like, hey, I don't want to confuse you. I ain't trying to mix emotions. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to go out, you can go out, but I ain't trying to do nothing that's about that.
Yeah. What's the, I guess the past relationship, but like, what's the longest relationship you ever been in?
Yeah, probably about like 6 years.
Yeah. Oh, and you're only 24?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, I got
it's only right. You were growing. You was growing. We were growing up.
Man, I was in college. I was a fool, man.
Yeah.
Doing your thing.
I was hot, man. I ain't gonna lie, like
the block is
hot. The block is hot.
The Caesars.
Man, I did a lot.
Hot and ready.
I mean, I did a lot of things like I just really shouldn't have done to people. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then just I'm gonna go and just lay it out for real.
You don't got to, man.
I say.
No, when I was in elementary.
You went back to
elementary.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you where it come from. Like when I got into college and I realized. I'm just saying no. I'm saying in elementary I was just not the person that I am now.
Right. And you should be.
No. But I'm saying like most people in elementary kid was like clicked up, popping. That just wasn't me. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Like I was a lonely person. I was a lonely little boy. Like I mean, I had friends and stuff, all the time and stuff.
Right.
But I kind of like felt like, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't in there. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, with everybody else.
You always feel like you never just really fit it in.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so long story short, going through all these processes where I kept on growing, I kept on, you know what I'm saying, becoming a part of this, and it got me out more and more, and people started knowing me, and I ain't know how to take it.
It got to your head.
It got to my head.
Yeah.
Now, Matthew 23:12, all about he who is humble will be exalted, and he who exalts himself shall be made humble.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that sticks by me now. Becoming a nuke, that's something I learned too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I just got to keep all that in me, moving forward, like for real, like, at that time when I first came out, I was outside.
Matthew Martin Jones.
He said, who?
What's the new test?
He said, what's the new test? What? Okay, so, but yeah, I just wanted to just say all that.
And you got humble real quick, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. And like I said, I had lost a lot of good girls. Just tripping.
Mm-hmm. And
guys just keep on like, all right, J.Sims, you see this bag right here? You probably got about 2 more left. You probably got about 2 more left up in here now. You finna be by yourself.
You better get it right. You better take some time. And reflect.
Right? Before I get in this bag and drop this. Because that's normally how it be, it's just happening. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you still got time to figure. You still got time. You still got. I feel like I can go through a couple more. 24, like that's still young.
Yeah, you can say that. I mean, but you got some people between the age of like 24 to 26. They booed up.
But it's all about your own journey and your own story.
Yeah.
And just
really but that's something you chase.
I ain't trying to be 30 though. I ain't trying
just
to
now finding love
and getting a kid. Heck no.
Really?
At 30?
I'm thinking that's gonna be me. Like I'm in a relationship, but 30 I'm being.
I mean, I just think 30.
I ain't trying to
crazy
right
for
now.
time.
I mean, because
we in our
35,
20s
my
though.
back might start to hurt.
No, you doing right.
I mean,
doing right, eating right.
I guess so, but
living right.
That's our problem, though. We feel like we on a time limit.
Right.
At the same time, we are, but you gotta still live in the present moment.
Yeah, you're right. That's right.
So because I feel like if you look at the timeline and you be like, okay, I only got this amount of time, then you short yourself for the current journey you own.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying? Like you trying to find yourself, but you like, well, now I'm finna be 25. I only got 5 more years, so let me cut this journey short and get with this girl so I can build this and have this by then.
Yeah, like I feel like you kind of
journey short.
Right. Where it's like now you 24, you feel like by 30 you need to have the girl, the family, do this, but it's like you got to think about the goals you set in now and where them goals gonna take you, because the goals you probably got set now don't involve a girl to be in the picture or involve kids or involve those things to even come about until you hit 31, 32, 33,
and as a female, you gonna need time and money to keep a girl.
So you gotta think, now you're trying to have your goals, like you're trying to find yourself, chase this, chase the girl, chase the bag, chase God, chase everything else, chase your credit right, chase the career, like you're trying to chase so much in time. Now you got a flat tire, all four on flat, side of the road.
That's the red. That's where the red came. That's where the red came from right there.
Now your only goal is to find a tow truck.
Oh man. Yep.
But like for instance, I think we be thinking like we don't got the time, but man,
we don't, but we do.
Yeah.
But you still gotta live in the present moment.
I feel you.
I'm still learning too, so I ain't saying I got it all figured out.
I just know time just didn't pass already.
Cause I just seen a post I just shared on Instagram and it was like, I just read a post.
What I'm supposed to be doing?
I thought the bus was supposed to come right now. I done missed 2 buses. Still ain't got on it.
SpongeBob. When the bus came, those buses.
Shit, we finna blink. It's
turned
gonna
around.
be 2025.
It's already 1:30.
It's February.
Going.
Y'all finna pull the afro out. It's February.
Like, God,
it's time to celebrate us.
We just had a snowstorm. Damn, why so hot already?
The sun out.
Sunshine, mango tanning.
Oh, they talk about heated vibes when we just got over the ice.
Right. To my flood warning.
But I just like for real, like
in a minute, especially in
But
Florida.
yeah, the ice
Y'all
so
know how
now we gotta put the
y'all know how
on.
we get down in the blood. We
now they ready to talk about this new variant that's coming out. Boy, the weather and the time going so fast. That's why we staying sick as hell.
No,
If
for
the
real.
time slow down, we wouldn't be so sick.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one.
But okay, inside of all of that, we like to we're gonna wrap up everything. We're gonna ask you like, what's next for J.Sims? And being that we still are at the beginning of a new year, did you say any like resolutions or anything for New Year? Are you a resolution type of person?
Not really.
Not really. Okay, great.
Yeah. I'm just gonna get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just get to
Just
work.
pick up where you left off from last year.
Mm-hmm.
But like, what you got? What's next up for J.Sims? And like, what's one thing you feel like currently in this season or in this year that you like chasing towards or wanting to manifest?
Well, right now I am working in partnership with, like I say, other entrepreneurs and influencers that's out here. You know what I'm saying, trying to get it. If they photographers, videographers, anything like that, I'm trying to put everybody together and just really, try to find like opportunities for them. So if I'm hosting, right, because that's something that I got going on, hosting, speaking, worship leader. You need me for any of that, I'm there for sure. And if you need a DJ, I got those. If you need photographers, I got those. Videographers, I got those, right? And so that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now.
Right.
I'm trying to build a team of
create the umbrella for everybody that's around you or under you to still have it. Yeah.
Like even dancing, right? Like you need praise dancers, mimers. Maybe you just need just a person to just put on a dance. Period. You know what I'm saying? TikTok dancing. To get the kids involved, things like that. So that's something I'm really trying to work on moving forward for the summertime. Also, for the young ladies in the community, I'm trying to work with some individuals to put together like a dance competition.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Big time dance, group dance competition, battle dancing. The girls come out, put their makeup on, their costumes and stuff, and what is, bring it on,
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, I like that.
Yep. And then it's also the Jabba Walk that we're trying to bring back again. Excuse me. I just hosted this last year back in November. And it's looked at as like a high school talent show.
Yeah.
But I think we're going to turn it into like a community talent show. And so I'm on the committee of that. And there's a lot of, big time people that's in Pine Bluff that's on that committee that's really trying to push that. Because they saw with this first year, actually kind of like bringing it back. Because it was something that was going on when I was young. So it was crazy, remembering when I was young and I was in the audience and I was looking at another host and now I'm the host. And there's other people in the audience looking at me. Like that's a big time dream come true kind of for me,
Yeah.
So that is, pretty much what, I'm working on, trying to move forward. Just continue trying to implement these projects for the youth.
Right.
We'll keep the duo in the loop.
Right.
I'm trying to expand Critical Purpose. That's really the organization that's doing all this. That's why I put everything up under Critical Purpose. Like I feel like right now there's critical times and everybody need a purpose.
Yeah.
It's just a way of thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like you think that it's critical purpose, you think that it's critical purpose, I am critical purpose. And so that's how I'm trying to expand that and get more people into the organization.
Yeah.
Members, it don't matter. You don't have to be in Pine Bluff, you be anywhere.
Right.
Because everywhere is critical. Everywhere you need a purpose. And all we need to do is just start coming together and promote positivity. And just start trying stuff. And that's what I'm all about. And so if I'm trying to expand, I'm also trying to network. Because I'm like, all right, maybe we got something here that y'all might need. And y'all got something there that we might need,
Right.
So.
Okay, you got any last words? Anything you want to share with us? Ask us, tell the people before we wrap up? Well, this is the wrap up.
Right.
This is the rapture.
No, not really.
No, that's why I said no. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding.
I do appreciate y'all.
Yes,
having me on for sure.
We appreciate you for making time for us.
Oh yeah, anytime. you know, y'all been supporting me already, so, you know, I appreciate that for sure. You know, since the moment that, like I said, we clicked and stuff, it's just been ongoing. And so, everybody that's watching, just keep going.
Yeah.
Never stop working. Yes.
So y'all have heard it from the man. It's himself.
And y'all have been tuned in to another episode with DNT Podcast. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. You'll never be disappointed. You're always going to be surprised when we hop up on this channel because you never know who's going to be on this couch.
Yeah.
If you would like to be on this couch and you think you have something that DNT is missing out on, get at us. Reach out to us. We are open books.
The email is always in the description.
Yes.
So Instagram is @_DNT Pod. Get at us.
For sure. Well, y'all, we gotta get up out of here.
Man,
We got some
we got a
things
busy
to
day.
do. Man. I'm Trinica Roche.
I'm Destiny Lynn.
It's your boy J.Sims.
And the duo is
Signing out.